Make some noise. Throw me some confetti. Everyone scream out loud for my good buddy. Give it up for Drew Marks, everybody! Yeah.
All right.
Oh, now this is interesting. First of all, it has been quite a while since I came and did a VR show, right? You guys know this. So it is very nice to be back. Now, I actually came out here thinking I don't know this room, so I was going to do more of like a PG family-oriented show, but then Doobie Wan was up here talking about pig fucking, so I think we're pretty okay to do whatever.
Yeah, I think we're past that.
Yeah, we passed that. Now, I want to give it up for my two closest friends in VR. They were here the very first time I did comedy, and I love Mr. Bob and Mary, the Giggle Monsters. Make some noise for them, because they're awesome. In fact, I wouldn't even be here tonight because, look, I'm older, I'm technologically retarded, so I couldn't even get into this room. But the only way I could get in is I kept going to Bob's name and hit join. Right? And I kept doing it until it worked, which is also how I'm trying to do my first threesome. But
yeah, damn.
But no. No, the thing is, Bob, like, how many of us live in the States? Is it everybody except Bob and Mary? Yeah. No. Where the fuck is everybody in the back from?
Dude,
okay, we got a couple
man.
over here.
There you go.
G.I. Joker, you have no idea where you live. I've been watching you. You have no I was watching. I am not making this up. I'm in the back, and you know what? You're in Florida. Oh, that would make sense. Because all the retards are in Florida. It's true. No, I watched G.I. Joker in the back. He walked up. Now, people in VR do weird shit. We know this. But G.I. Joe was actually walking up behind a girl and giving her a reach around. Right? Like fondling. G.I. Joe, you are like the kind of guy that gets on a crowded subway for the thrill. Like, I'm pretty sure G.I. Joe takes Viagra and goes to a petting zoo. Like
No, you gotta get it right, man. It's called Cialis.
Cialis. See, now, you gotta understand, I actually appreciate it when you talk G.I. Joker, because every time you talk, other women go, I'd fuck Drew. So I appreciate that. Like, half for like, I'll do the comic, the other half of every time G.I. Joe talks, or G.I. Joker, being a lesbian sounds good. Now, but Bob, I just want you to know things are so messed up in the country. Like, I don't care if you like Trump. I don't. I am ready to leave the country, but it's getting harder to leave. So, Bob, just so you know, I am going to keep hitting join on your name till they let me. I had the weirdest trip recently. Now, for those of you that don't know, I work primarily these days as a comedian on cruise ships, right? And it's a lot of fun, and I have a great time. But I have to be careful because I have a weird sense of humor, and I had the craziest thing happen. Do you need something, Kevin?
Sorry, I'm just trying to...
You're having a what? Are you having a seizure? What do you need? What? What? And you, Bert Barlow. What kind of look is that? You were like, you are scarier than Night of the Living Dead. I don't like calling women ugly, but I'll make an exception for you. What is happening here? Like,
That's my mom.
That's your mom? And your dad? What? You whatever weird pronoun you want, that's fine, but her pronoun would be like, what the fuck? I mean, that...
Oh my God.
I mean, mean, god damn. It's been a while, Mary. I have a lot to cover. So, like, I've been on a lot of cruises, and I went crazy places. Slay, I know you live in you said California. Slay, have you ever been to Australia?
No, actually, I haven't.
I was just on a ship that went to Australia. It was amazing. Okay, let me ask you, have you ever had a French kiss?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever had an Australian kiss? Have you ever had an Australian kiss?
I don't know.
I'll tell you. An Australian kiss is like a French kiss, but it's from down under.
No, I mean, so, yeah.
Oh my
So I just had the craziest flight going over there, though. So I'm on the plane with 3 other comics, right? Now it's going to be a very long flight. Now I don't smoke weed anymore, like I used to when I was younger. But then I figured I didn't want to be like GI Joker, so I stopped. And we were going to be on this long flight, so I was on the thing with Joey, and I said, "Look, I have an idea. Should I get some edibles?" Right? And we said, "Yeah." But none of us smoke weed anymore. Like, I'm in my 60s now, so I haven't done this shit for a long time. And I got edibles, like pieces of chocolate, but I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to get this on the plane. So I had this brilliant idea. All right, I'm going to break it up into little pieces and put it in a bag of trail mix, right?
Oh my god.
So we get on the plane and we're all like, how much should we eat? And I'm like, I don't know. Let's eat all of it. So we did. And it so happened our seats were the row right behind first class, right? And if you've been on a plane, you know the only thing that separates the regular people from first class is a curtain. Well, just the curtain, right? So right in the last row, where you like where you would be, Slay.
Damn.
There was a woman right on the other side of the curtain who, for the sake of this story, we will call Karen. So you have 4 comics sitting in this row, like just behind first class, and about 45 minutes into the flight, we start like really feeling these edibles. And we were completely out of control on this plane. We're trying hard not to giggle too much and laugh out loud, but we're having problems. Well, what happened was a couple rows behind us, there was a crying baby. And Karen in first class was pissed off. And she was complaining out loud. Like, she's calling over a flight attendant. She goes, you know, I didn't pay for first class to listen to a crying baby. Can you go back there and do something? Can you? And she's just bitching nonstop. And we're just watching her. So about an hour into the flight, the baby fell asleep. And Karen started to like put on like a face mask, an eye mask, a blanket, a pillow, all that. And while this was happening, what the hell just happened? Whoa, that was weird. Yeah, I just had a flashback, and I'm not even on edibles. All right, so about what the hell, man? Take some medication.
I think that's the problem.
When he does that, it looks like someone who's not enjoying being teabagged. What is going on with you? Like, just take the balls in your mouth and calm down.
We're leaving.
I probably shouldn't talk to kids that way, but what the hell? Now, so back to. Are we good now? Holy shit. Did you give like special passes to like some people who go to the Special Olympics?
Metaverse special ed.
Yeah. Welcome to the Down Syndrome Comedy Night.
You still homie with you?
So anyway, so I'm on this plane, right? And the baby has been crying a long time. When it goes to sleep, Karen is like, oh, I can't believe I had to listen to that baby. It was terrible. Well, you have to understand, the whole hour and a half that this baby was crying, I noticed that you can buy Wi-Fi on a plane for $8. So I paid the $8. I bought the Wi-Fi, and I downloaded a sound clip of a crying baby.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah. I waited till I was sure Karen fell asleep, and I put my hand through the curtain with the phone on full volume. Now you have to understand something. You have 4 comics high as shit on edibles, and when I played that sound clip, the screaming laughter that ensued got the whole plane like going. Right? So now the entire area that is not first class is rolling in laughter at this woman, Karen. And we have like an 18-hour flight to continue.
Yes. Yes.
As if that wasn't bad enough, a second leg of the trip, and I'm not making this up. Now you have to understand something. I am not a tall individual, right? I'm just under 5'8", right? But my hair is not that long. They put me through security, and when this man, I had a random thing where they randomly flag you for additional security. So this is our crack security here in the U.S. This man searches me thoroughly, pats me down, and at the end goes, "Thank you, miss."
What?
Well, me being a comic, without thinking, I go, "Dude, if you can't find a penis, how do you expect to find a bomb?" He did not take that well, right? So he's like, "You can't say that word in an airport." I'm like, it was a joke. He goes, "You can't joke like that in the airport." He goes, "I can take you off this flight." And then I started getting mad, because here's the thing. I wasn't mad that he searched me. I wasn't mad that he called me miss, but I was mad that I did a perfectly funny joke and he didn't appreciate it. So now we start getting into it with each other, and I'm like, "Look, do I even look like a threat? Maybe, just maybe, we should have a little racial profiling here at the airport." And he's like, "We can't do that. That's racial profiling is wrong." And he actually goes to me, he goes, "That's like when we put the Japanese in internment camps after Pearl Harbor. That's the same thing." I'm like, "Look, I'm not saying that was the right thing to do. All I'm saying is, have you ever noticed just how polite Japanese people have been ever since?" I'm on a no-fly list now. But here's the thing. You have to find your own humor. Like, I guess the things I find funny, I know sometimes I can be a dick. I'm going to give you a perfect example. My mom is 87. I wanted to be a good son, so I got her smart. She need one. And my mom, not working. I'm doing what you told me. I keep saying, "Hey Siri," and nothing happens. I'm like, "Well, you're doing it wrong." I'm not. I'm doing what you said. I say, "Hey Siri," and nothing happens. Every week it's the same thing. "Mary, one of these times I am going to have to tell her that I got her a Samsung."
Oh my goodness.
I went to visit her in Florida, and I took her. She's not. My mom's old. She's never had Japanese food. I take her to a Japanese restaurant, and we got her like this little cooked shrimp roll thing that I think she would like. I get up to go to the bathroom, and when I came back, my mom is like in not doing well at all. Now, I should not have found this as funny as I did, but she thought the wasabi was avocado.
No.
No.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Pistachio ice cream.
Yeah. I am
Yes.
watching an 87-year-old woman have a stroke, and I could not stop laughing.
Oh my
Mom
god.
loves wasabi.
But yeah, I mean, that was fun.
My
But you got to
shit
understand,
decided to
who
take
has a messed
over
up
on me,
family?
and I had
Anybody?
No clue where I ended up.
Oh, absolutely.
You have no clue where you ended up. Well, welcome.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wonderful world of technology. You're doing fine. See, my whole family is messed up. Like, my father has, like, he's 89 now, and it was just his birthday, and it's turned into confession time. Like I'm learning things about my life that I never knew. Stephen, my father called me up and told me that when I was young, he molested my brother, which is terrible.
What?
I know. Do you have any idea what that means, Bob? That means my brother was right. He is better looking.
Oh my
That's so wrong on so many levels.
I guess I'm driving the bus.
Yeah. You think that was wrong? Oh, it's going to get so much worse.
I'm afraid for you.
Mel and Mary know me. I love wrong jokes. Like, here's one for you, Ems. Where do you live?
No, I was just making noise. Sorry, say that again.
I said, where do you live?
In England.
In England. Do you guys have dollar stores in England?
Nope. We have
Pound
Poundlands.
You're lucky. What's that?
We have Poundlands.
Poundlands is
The equivalent.
whorehouse, basically. I
Is
just
that a porno?
yeah.
Take them to Pound Town. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pound.
Okay. Well, do you know what a dollar store is?
Yes.
Who's calling me? No, I'm gonna have to call you back. Hold on.
My bad.
Your
You can answer it
Hey,
to tell
Mike,
him that.
I'm on stage doing a show in VR with a person from England. There's some people from Canada. There's some guy having a stroke right in front of me, but it's fun. Let me call you back in a little bit. All right, I'll call you back. Bye. All right, sorry about that. What I was saying, God damn it, what's happening here?
Yes,
Okay.
I know what a Poundland is, and I know what a dollar store is.
You a dollar store is. Well, there's a dollar store across the street from where I live in LA,
Yeah.
and they sell condoms and home pregnancy tests.
I wouldn't trust them.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust them either. Exactly. My thing is, if you're going to the dollar store for your family planning needs, you might want to pick up some hangers while you're there.
Oh.
Oh, dude, that was low.
Just appearances.
You won't understand, but that joke was for Texas.
No, that's a generalized consensus.
No, when I talk about my father, you got to understand something. He messed with me my whole life. Like, all my life, I was told my father suffered from Tourette's. But it turns out he's just rude.
Isn't that most dads?
You ready for this? When I was a kid, I wanted one toy more than anything else. I wanted something called Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Did you have that in Canada? Yeah?
Yeah.
I wanted it. And then one year, I remember he got it for me. But the weird thing was he wouldn't let me use it with anyone but him. Like, I couldn't play with my brothers or my friends, only him. And he would never let me be the red
Penguin.
robot. Yeah. My father
You're
actually
frozen.
told me that the red robot is for winners. And he's like, you can be the red
shock.
robot when you beat me. And I never won, not once.
Oh.
Dopo, you know what I found out 20 years later?
What's up?
My father crazy glued the head of the red robot down. Yeah, so you know what that means. Like, he's going in a home.
Not a good one
So
either.
they did the weirdest thing. Like, I worked for Carnival Cruise Lines, and I guess this must be a problem on the ships. So now, for every contract they give you, you have to sign this letter saying that you are not going to look at or share child pornography. Because I guess this is a problem on the ships. And I shouldn't have to say this in public, right? But just in case there's anyone here that doesn't understand, kids are not for sex. Okay? They're not.
Nope.
No
They're for
shit.
making sneakers and cheap clothing and some electronics. That's it.
Nope. He was going there with that one.
What's that? I go there in all kinds of places. You want to know? Okay, I'll give you an example of places I'll go.
Oh,
I have a weird dating life. The last girl I dated was deaf. That was weird. But she was deaf. I know. She but you know what her favorite song was? What the hell? Do you know who Rick Springfield is?
Yep.
Yeah. You remember his
Go
song?
back in a minute.
Yeah, that was her favorite song. So she would always walk around going, I would get these girl. And it's like, that's like you'd walk into the kitchen, she's cooking, I would get these girl. Like if I knew Jesse, I'd send you to him. But like, but here's the thing. She was talented. Like, she was ambidextrous. In fact, so you know what that means, right? She could jerk me off and talk dirty at the same time, which was cool.
Stephen?
Then she would just hum.
I'm
But that was different.
recording.
I told her I would learn to read lips, but only if she
So
shaved.
there's another instance.
Oh
my god! Trying to wait for the venues to match.
They need to click swap session.
Wow.
Here is a dumb joke, but every time I think about it, it makes me laugh. This is my favorite. Okay, Kayla, why can't midgets be Buddhist monks?
Oh boy.
Because they can't reach enlightenment. Here's something I absolutely want to do. Right before I die, I want to eat an entire bag of unpopped popcorn.
What?
Just so when I get cremated, it's going to be a lot more fun.
Oh, God.
Gonna be popping.
Slay, what part of LA do you live in? Or California?
I'm from San Diego, but I mean, I live in Texas now.
Oh, Texas. I love Texas people. They're so nice. But they're sneaky nice.
Are they though?
They are. You know why? The first time I went to Texas, I'm like, these are the nicest people I've ever met. Because all week long, all I kept hearing was, well, bless your heart. See, but that means you're an idiot. Right? And I didn't know that.
I feel like they're kind of judgmental.
They are judgmental. But here's the thing.
I don't feel like they like people from California that much. You know what I
No,
mean?
they don't. You know
I
what
know,
happened the
so
very
tell me
first
about
time I
it.
worked in Texas? This is absolutely true. The very first time I ever did a show in Texas, it was a comedy club. I walk on stage and they're like, all right, your comic tonight from California. A drunk cowboy in the front row stands up, fag, and sits down.
Oh, no.
So I said a couple really mean things to him. And the audience was laughing, but then he got mad and left. And everybody got quiet. And I asked him, and I said, what's the problem? He goes, look, what you did was funny, but this is Texas. He'll come back in here and shoot you.
Ooh,
And then they messed with me.
true.
For the rest of the show, every time the door had opened, they'd all dive under the tables.
Oh my god!
But Texas people, they're judgmental, but they generally will not say mean things to you. Like, my mom was like that. Like, my mom would never say anything mean to anyone, but I grew up in New Jersey, and my dad was very different. Like I told you, my dad had a weird sense of humor. My dad would say anything at any time. I remember one time when I was young, my dad yelled out, "Let me tell you something. If your mother had swallowed, I'd be driving a new car right now." Kayla, who yells that at a school play? See, I live in Los Angeles, and that's like a weird place. I kind of want to get out of here because it's getting bad. Because like, there's a lot of homeless where I live. I don't know. Does anyone live in an area where there's a lot of homeless? No, I'm the only poor fucker.
Not
All right,
anymore.
fine. But, well, you're in Canada. They're just ice sculptures. But where I live, but here's the thing. I'm a sensitive individual. That bothers me. Like I saw a guy rummaging around in a dumpster looking for food. I don't want to see that. So Rebecca, I closed the lid.
No, is he still there till today?
What's that?
Still in there?
He might
Still in
be.
there.
Unless the raccoons ate him. Yeah. What? There's other things in LA. Like, okay, before I moved to LA, I had never seen a cholo before. Does anyone know what those are?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, cholos are like weird Mexican gangsters, right? But they're interesting. Like, I have learned about them because I live in a town called Van Nuys, and there's a house full of cholos right across the street. And they're very nice, but they're crazy. Like, there's certain things, if you ever meet cholos, you're going to learn. Like, they apparently like to spend most of their time outside the house in the driveway or the front lawn having like a yard sale that never ends. And they all have nicknames. But the thing is about the cholos, their nicknames are the exact opposite of what they are in real life. Like, there's one guy, his name's Tiny. Fattest Mexican I've ever seen. Another guy, his name's Chewy. He has no teeth. But my favorite out of all of them, this guy, last 4th of July, he blew off 3 of his fingers with illegal fireworks. And I've personally seen him get arrested 2 different times. His name, Lucky. I always love seeing Bob and Mary because they're a happy married couple. Anybody else married? No? Who's single? You're married? How long you been married, Dopo?
14 years.
14 years. Congratulations. That's good. This your first one?
Yeah.
That's good. See, normally it's good to get that first one out of the way, but you're sticking with it. I like it. Now, are you still romantic with your wife?
Yes, very much.
Very much. See, I know Bob's romantic. You have to be romantic. Now, we understand romance will go through changes, right? You know this, Kayla, Slay, like a dating couple after they make love. It's like, come here, honey. I want to hold you. I want to cuddle. 14 years of marriage, it's like, move over. You're sweating.
For me, it's only 2.
It's only 2? See, now, here's the thing.
Mine was only
You
2
have
before
to
that
be romantic, guys, even if you have to fake it. And guys do fake it. Did you know that, Kayla? That women aren't the only ones that fake it. Guys fake it. Do you know how? I'll tell you. This is how a man fakes it. It's when we're doing you from behind and then we pull out and spit on your back.
My trick away.
Who's
trying it?
Don't look at the condom.
Was that a little too rough? Kayla, you got a boyfriend?
I'm mad you just asked your husband.
You have a boyfriend?
He just looked at me so funny, like, what the
You have a
hell?
husband? Okay.
Yup.
Do you also have a boyfriend? No.
Yeah.
How long you been married, Kayla?
I am just
5 years. See, that's nice. It's new. See, look, I'm jealous of married people because I'm single and you know, I'm 63 now, right? So dating is almost impossible. Like, for me, I wish dating now was more like buying a used car. I want to be able to go online and check the VAD
More like
tracks.
buying a used
Yeah.
condom.
How many times
Like,
it's
I
been
should be able
used?
to go online, look it up, and go, oh, yeah, no, this thing's been wrecked several times.
Oh my
But, like, you know, when you're dating, it's like when you
This
first
one's got a
start dating
split lip.
someone, that's when you find stuff out about them. I was dating one girl, and I found out she was bi. But not the good one, polar. And I'm not good in relationships because as a comic, I don't have a filter, right? So I don't think about what I say. You know what got me in trouble, Wind? I was living with my girlfriend and I brought home a puppy and she actually got mad. She looked at me, she goes, "It's me or the dog." And I'm like, "Does the dog look worried?"
Right to me.
And she always is asking me questions. We're laying in bed and she's like, do you fantasize about me? I'm like, well, of course. She's like, well, you don't tell me how you see it happening. I want to know. You should tell me how you see it happening. I'm like, it's not always the same. Sometimes it's a car crash. Sometimes it's a plane crash.
Dumpster with the raccoons.
Dumpster with the raccoons. But here's the thing, man. She was smart. She was beautiful and all that, but she was dumb. I shouldn't say she was smart. She was dumb in a lot of ways. Like, here's the thing. She was so dumb, right? I'll give you a perfect example. We were sitting there one day, and I go, "How does dinner sound?" She looks at me. She goes, "Dinner." And the thing is, she was 20 years younger than me, which sounds good in theory, but not in practice because we looked at things differently. Like, we went to the sex toy store, and we're looking at this sex chair thing. Well, she's looking at it like, I wonder how many positions we can get into. And I'm looking at it like, I wonder what kind of back support that thing has.
Exactly.
This is gonna upset someone, but I don't care. What the hell?
Do it.
She was Filipino.
Okay.
And here's the thing. She was beautiful. She was sexy, all that stuff. But the relationship had one major problem. She didn't like to give head. And the thing is, I tried to work with her. But Kayla, no matter what I did, I could not figure out how to make my dick taste like dog.
Oh no.
Mother.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you love some young guy.
How long have we been doing this? Am I on too long?
I mean, you can go up to another 8 minutes because then I gotta go.
I don't want to bore you people. It's just I never really run out of shit to talk about. So 2 weeks ago, I was in Las Vegas. Anybody like to go to Vegas? No, just me. I love
Never
it.
been.
Do you like to gamble over there, G-Bag?
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm terrible at it, but yeah.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I love to gamble, but it's too easy to lose. And I'll tell you why. It's because you don't even feel like you're using real money anymore because you're using like a card or something like that. They don't, like the money doesn't come out of the machine. I just find, and they have bank machines all over the casino.
Mm-hmm.
It allows you to rationalize as you're losing your money. You're standing there. It's like, all right, I lost this month's car payment, so I really don't need the insurance money. When I went there 2 weeks ago, yeah, I worked there 2 weeks ago. I lost my entire week's pay before the first show even started. I spent the entire week working for nothing. I felt like a bad hooker. Slay, I'm on stage going, thanks for coming. And they had 2 conventions at the hotel. Dopo, these are both real things. First, it was Stutterers Awareness Week. That's a real thing, and they get a whole week. I assume it's because they can't get their point across in just one day. But you laugh, Mary, but I tried to do karaoke, and it was never my turn. The other convention,
That is true.
when they had something called Clitoris Awareness Week. I wanted to go to that one, but like most guys, I couldn't find it.
Boom, boom, boom.
Click the doorbell.
You're without joke.
It was so funny when I was
You're
on the
without
ship.
one.
This
Right?
damn baby.
Like, you get a
Oh,
lot of
perfect.
older
Yeah.
people on these cruise ships, and you get a lot of those like old people on their little scooters. So the wildest thing happened. I was like by the elevators, and from behind me, I heard a soft voice say, "I love you." I turned around, and there was a sweet little old lady on a scooter, and she was like 87, 88, I don't know. And I was like, aw. So I knelt down and I said, I love you. But it wasn't her that said it.
You gonna make me bite you too?
Oh.
Yeah. But she surprised me because she goes, well, if that's how you feel, hop on the back. Let's do this thing. Now, Bob, you would not think a woman of her age on a scooter would be as limber as she was.
Sorry, baby.
I'm kidding. She just laid there. But no, it's always like, I mean, what's your name? Jordy? What is it? Jordy? How old are you? Can I ask? How old are you?
53.
53. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a man of experience. What about you, Dopo? How old?
46.
46. Yeah. Say I'm 63 now. You start looking at life very differently once you're over 60. Like when I was younger, I looked at things very differently. Like I remember 20s and 30s. Dopo, when I was in my 20s and 30s, I hated hand jobs. I did. I found them offensive. But you wait. Once you're over 60, you date a woman with Parkinson's, you'll look at it very differently.
It was getting
You can judge, but I'll hit that. That's what I'm saying.
But he's a holy man to shake it off, you know.
But yeah, exactly. But listen, exactly. After you pee, she shakes it for you. It's nice.
Yes.
I mean, there's reasons to do an older woman like that. Like, I don't have to meet her family.
Oh God.
I don't have to take her dancing. Teeth are optional. There's reasons. When I was younger, I wanted to get a cougar, but I'm 63, so that dream died with Betty White. She would have loved that joke. Calm down.
She absolutely loved it.
You wait, man. You'll be over 60 one day. You'll realize you come to certain realizations. Like I'd realize I would rather make new friends than help the friends I do have move.
I feel like that.
Amen.
Right? As I got older, man. One of the things I noticed, the sounds I used to make in bed, I now make getting out of bed. In the morning now, it's like, oh God. I'm coming. Listen, guys, you have been a lot of fun. We're going to wrap it up. I got some stuff I got to do. Thanks for having me tonight. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Be good to yourselves and each other. Peace out. It's great seeing you. Good night.
Yeah, give it up for Druciferxx, everybody. Yo, Drew, can I throw your video out there to everybody if they want to tip you, man?
Sure.
Yeah, if you guys like him, you want to tip him on Venmo, it's at Druciferxx61, dude. 61.
But you don't have to.
Which is the number of jokes per minute that guy just told. Jesus.
Holy shit.